The history of Cobh, County Cork, Ireland. On the southern coast of County Cork, Ireland, lies a town steeped in the memories of a nation's past. Known today as Cobh, pronounced Cobh, this seaside town holds the echoes of a changing Ireland, with a history as rich and turbulent as the waves that crash upon its shores. Once called Queenstown, a name bestowed during a royal visit in 1849, Cobh has a unique story woven from legends, wars, emigration, and maritime legacy. Long before it was known as Cobh, the settlement on Great Island was a small village named Ballyvolloon. Here, life revolved around fishing, the rhythm of the tides, and the occasional visit from merchant ships. Over time, the bustling activity of the sea began to transform this quiet harbour. The British Royal Navy arrived in the 1750s, establishing a naval base, and soon the village took on a new name, the Cobh of Cork, a simple title for a town destined for extraordinary significance. In the 1800s, the Napoleonic Wars sparked rapid development in this coastal town. Its naturally protected harbour became a tactical centre for naval operations, leading to its transformation into a thriving port. The influence of the Royal Navy meant that grand buildings and streets began to emerge, shaping the town as we know it today. It was during Queen Victoria's visit in 1849 that the Cobh of Cork was renamed Queenstown in her honour. The name would remain until 1920, when Ireland reclaimed its identity in the throes of its War of Independence, and renamed the town Cobh. But Cobh's story reaches back even further into the realm of Irish legend. The ancient name of the area was Cornan Neenhead, meaning the harbour of Niamh. According to myth, Niamh was one of the first settlers of Ireland, landing over 1,000 years before the birth of Christ. Though a plague wiped out his people, the island he arrived upon was forever linked with his name. As history progressed, the island became known by different names, each reflecting the power and influence of those who ruled it, the Yehon, the Barry family, and ultimately the people of Cobh. Among the most striking features of the town is St. Colman's Cathedral, a towering structure that dominates the skyline. Rising to 91.4 meters, 300 feet, it is one of Ireland's tallest buildings, its Gothic spire watching over the harbour. For centuries, the cathedral has stood as a symbol of faith and endurance, its bells ringing out over a town that has witnessed the departure of millions seeking new lives across the sea. Perhaps the most poignant chapter in Cobb's history is its connection to emigration. For many, the town was their last glimpse of Ireland, their final farewell before boarding ships that would carry them across the Atlantic. Between 1848 and 1950, 2.5 million Irish people left their homeland from Cobh, bound for North America. On April 11, 1912, the RMS Titanic made her last stop here, as Queenstown, before embarking on her ill-fated maiden voyage. Among the 123 passengers who boarded the Titanic from Queenstown, only 44 would survive the disaster. Cobh's story is not only one of emigration, but also of exile and the Harrington family, the Harrington name in Cork. Today, descendants of the Harrington family may still reside in Cobh or nearby areas in County Cork. The Harrington name remains prominent in various sectors, from business to public service. Some Harrington families may have retained their connection to the maritime industry, with descendants working in shipping or naval services, while others have become involved in more diverse fields. As Cobh continues to be a popular port and a hub of Irish maritime history, the Harrington name is still associated with the town's heritage. Many Irish Americans with the surname Harrington trace their roots back to this region, which remains an important part of Ireland's history. While specific historical records of individual Harringtons from Cobh may be scarce, the family name is present in historical and genealogical records, often linked with other prominent Cork families. They were known to have contributed to both the local community and to Irish emigrant society abroad. During the 19th century, countless men, women, and children were deported from this port to penal colonies in Australia. The records of their fates are preserved in the town's museum, housed in the Scots Church, a building that overlooks the harbor from which so many left, never to return. As the age of steam dawned, Cobh once again found itself at the forefront of innovation. The first steamship to sail from Ireland to England departed from here in 1821, and in 1838, the Sirius made history as the first steamship to cross the Atlantic. The town's shipbuilding industry flourished, with the Vérone shipyard playing a crucial role in the construction of ships that would sail the world's oceans. Cobh's connection to maritime history continued during World War I. The town, then still known as Queenstown, became a naval base for both British and American forces, a key strategic location in the battle against German U-boats. It was here that survivors of the sinking of the RMS Lusitania were brought after the ship was torpedoed off the Old Head of Kinsale in 1915. Of the 1,198 passengers who perished, many were laid to rest in Cobh's Old Church Cemetery. After Ireland gained independence in 1922, Cobh retained its military significance. Under the terms of the Anglo-Irish Treaty, the port remained under British control until 1938, when it was finally handed over to the Irish Free State. As the years passed, Cobh became synonymous with tourism. Its deep maritime history drew visitors from around the world, eager to walk the same streets where Titanic passengers had strolled and to visit the towering cathedral that had watched over the town for centuries. Today, Cobh is Ireland's only dedicated cruise terminal, welcoming almost 100,000 passengers and crew each year. The streetscape has remained largely unchanged since 1912, preserving a link to the past. However, not all of Cobh's history is bound to the sea. For much of the 20th century, the town was home to Ireland's only steelworks, and the Vérone Cork dockyard built ships that sailed the Irish Sea and beyond. Though these industries have since faded, their legacy remains etched into the town's character, a reminder of its role in Ireland's industrial development. From its ancient origins to its role in global emigration, shipbuilding, and wartime defense, the town has been shaped by the forces of history. New developments, including a retail park and a leisure center, have added to the town's vibrancy, while tours to nearby Spike Island offer visitors a glimpse into its storied past as a monastic settlement and later, a notorious prison. The harbor, once the last sight of home for millions, now welcomes visitors from around the world, eager to discover the stories that linger in the sea breeze. Today, Cobh stands as a testament to Ireland's resilience. As the sun sets over St. Paulman's Cathedral, casting a golden glow over the waters of Cork Harbour, the past and present converge, leaving Cobh's legacy alive in the hearts of those who come to witness its tale.
On the shores of Queenstown the ships sail away, carrying dreams to a brighter day. From famine and sorrow they sought out the sun, leaving behind what's undone. The harbor waves whisper the stories untold of hearts full of hope and faces so bold. They cross the wide ocean never to see the land that raised them their home by the sea. Cobh, oh Cobh, where the echoes remain of the souls who left in the pouring rain. The ship sails on, but their stories don't die underneath the blue Irish sky. Cobh, oh Cobh, in the heart of the tide, you held them close, then let them glide. With the wind in their sails and the stars up above, they journeyed away with courage and love. In the silence of the night, the Titanic did call. A city of dreams they gathered to fall. From the decks they sailed, some far and some near. Their names in the waters, their memory here. But the echoes ring out through the ages gone by, as we look to the horizon and search the sky. The ones who departed, the ones left behind, their love and their legacy forever entwined. Cobh, oh Cobh, where the echoes remain of the souls who left in the pouring rain. The ship sails on, but their stories don't die underneath the blue Irish sky. Cobh, oh Cobh, in the heart of the tide, you held them close, then let them glide. With the wind in their sails and the stars up above, they journeyed away with courage and love. Of Cork, where the ship set sail, the Harringtons stood with hearts so frail. They watched the waves and they felt the call for the land of dreams across the sea so tall. Oh, the Harringtons, they sailed so free from the port of Queenstown to the land of the brave. With the wind in their hair and hope in their eyes, they crossed the ocean chasing the skies. Cobh, where the echoes remain of the souls who left in the pouring rain. The ship sails on, but their stories don't die underneath the blue Irish sky. Cobh, in the heart of the tide, you held them close, then let them glide. With the wind in their sails and the stars up above, they journeyed away with courage and love. Now the harbor's still, but the stories won't fade of the dreams that would carry the hearts that were made. From the old stone streets to the ocean so wide, Cobb's spirit lives on in the waves and the tide. Cobh, where the echoes were made of the souls who left in the pouring rain. The ship sails on, but their stories don't die underneath the blue Irish sky. Cobh, in the heart of the tide, you held them close, then let them glide. With the wind in their sails and the stars up above, they journeyed away with courage and love. The harbor's still, but the echoes of their hearts give us hope to fill. Through the years and the miles, their spirits take flight on the winds of Cobh through the endless night.